Hey guys, welcome back to Scratch Academy, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the sensing blocks, which are these like cyan blocks, not the dark blue ones. Those are the motion blocks, the cyan ones. And so, the first one is touching mouse pointer, or it can also be touching edge, which is true, or if there are any other sprites like Bob. Is it touching Bob? Is it touching Bob? True. The next one is another touching one. Touching color. Example, is it touching the color this? True. Also, if the sprite has if the sprite contains the color, it won't that doesn't mean it's touching it. It like if I just for example, just because basketball contains this color doesn't mean it's touching it. It has to be actually touching it. Then there's color is touching blah is touching is blah touching blah, and you can you can guess what this one does. Then there's the distance to mouse pointer. Distance to Bob. I I don't know how it calculates the distance. I think it's either the closest point to the closest point or the center to the center, or the center to the closest point. But I think it's the center to the center because if it was uh, if it was something else, it wouldn't be 111 steps. Then there are these two blocks, the ask block and the answer block. This can ask, "What's your name?" I could I could say Phobos, and then the answer will be Phobos. Or I could say I have no idea what to ask. And then I could say and then the answer will be none of your beeswax. This could be useful for I don't know what things, but it could be useful. Also, the background doesn't have the first four sensing blocks for some reason. Like, I can understand why it doesn't have the touching block or the distance to block, but why doesn't it have the color blah is touching blah? Then there's the key blab pressed, which you can choose a key to sense if it's pressed. Hmm. Is key space pressed? False. What about now? True, because I am. True, 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 false. You can also choose any of these keys or key any. Like, it will just if you're holding down any of these, it will count it. I'm holding space, true. I'm holding G, true. I'm holding sets, true. I'm holding slash, true. I'm holding I'm holding enter, true. I'm holding backspace. Oh, I deleted it. Then there's the mouse down, which checks if the mouse is down. I can't really show this because I have to click it. I have to click it and then let it go. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe I can show it. Hmm. There I can show it. Ta-da. Then there are the mouse sets on mouse Y, where where the mouse set is. So let me just. Yay! Ta-da! Hmm. Then there's set drag mode, which wait, if it's a full screen, normally you can't drag it. Or if it's on the project page, you can't drag it. But if you set the drag mode to draggable, you can. Uh, You can also set to not draggable again. Okay. Scratch tip for today. You can use these two things to to show how you want the thingy to be. But most people use the normal one. So I think I did a scratch tip for yesterday for the last episode. So uh, you can turn on turbo mode, which makes it go faster without screen refresh. If you want to know what screen refresh is, I'll explain it in a later episode. Okay, next one. Loudness. I think you can guess what this one is. It needs to use the microphone though. Loudness. Then there's timer, which is just a timer, and you can also reset it. Ta-da! Or I can, and like if I reset the timer now, it will say, it will do that. Now, here is a weird one. This one changes with this one. So if it's on stage, it will say backdrop number or backdrop name and volume and size times direction because that's a variable. So if I change it to volume, it will say X position or Y position, direction, question name, size, volume. This is also a weird one because if I make a variable and set for this sprite only, you can still get it if you do this. Like Bob variable 0. Variable of Bob 0. If I set variable to whatever that is, then variable of Bob is 5454. Okay. Now there's the current year. You can also change it to current month, current date, current day of week, current hour, current minute. That's something like that. No, the minute and current second. Ta-da! Then there's the days since 2000, which exists for some reason. Don't ask me why it exists, it just does. Then there's online, which is true. I have no idea how this works. I think it's a new block. Actually, I have no idea how this works. And there's a username. If you don't know my username, that's it. You can also see it here. It's a website in the channel description. That should be everything. Oh, also, uh, this makes it. This is the username of whatever scratcher is using the project. If there's a if if whatever account is called Big Potato 123, then this will say Big Potato 123. Okay, I just did some research, and apparently the online block is to check if the user is connected to the Wi-Fi. Bye.